In the Philippines, there appears to be a prevailing perception that the generation of young people, or the millennials and Gen Z, are uninterested to politics. But is that really the case? Are today's young generation truly disengaged from politics?
A survey of Filipino youth showed that young considered being politically involved as this important in their lives.
Some studies say that maybe their lack of interest in politics is because the youth hold the politicians in low esteem.
They presume that the goal and advocacies of the candidates for elections cannot change the society, and they believe that no matter who they vote is meaningless, because politicians backed by the administration always win.
Based on COMELEC, more than half of the 61.8 million registered voters in the country belongs to the two youngest generation, the Gen Z and the millennials.
So don't forget that every vote matters, and still one of our most powerful tools for a change.
Our advocacy is to encourage the youth to vote and to vote right.
We focus on Sustainable Development Goal 16, the peace, justice, and strong institution that aims to build strong and just institutions in support of peaceful and inclusive societies around the world by 2030. It also focuses on promoting the rule of law, transparency, good governance, and non-discrimination at all levels of government.
We aim for political participation to motivate the youth to vote and to vote wisely for the incoming election. As I grow up, I witnessed vote buying, and I believe that this hinders our democratic process by restricting the rights of the citizens to freely decide who they want to vote. And I believe that our generation is more than that money can't buy our vote because we are able to choose the right leaders for our nation. And we will not be victim by fraud actions during elections as long as we are determined to choose the right leaders that can lead our nation decently.
We choose this advocacy because it will not just benefit the Dlsl student, but all of us, including our future generations. Starting with our own organization, we would like to collaborate with the student government, the Student League of Nurses, Dlsl COMELEC, on expanding our programs and webinars for the incoming election.
Following the seminar of how to choose a leader, criteria for a good leader, Kamalayang Lasaliano, the voices of our future, we'd like to continue this by inviting different guest speakers, students from Batangas and Manila universities who are public servants, do voluntary work, and involve in election monitoring to relate themselves to the youth.
We'd also like to invite prospective government officials who's had good governance over the past 2 years to give us their insightful perspective about anti-corruption, fund allocation, and youth being catalyst of positive change.
Our advocacy not only focuses on awareness, but also for strengthening and solidifying the campaigns mentioned, and to further reach out by using different social media platforms, not only among the Lasallian community, but also targeting those who are eligible for voting. Naim Calloway said,
Sometimes the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of our life.
tiptoe if you must, but take a step.
It's never too late to make a change because we are just starting.
Now is the time to make an action for a better future. Again, I am Kyla Alvarez.
I am Jollo Lacuesta, representative of G3A, reminding you
that your vote matters because we are the ones who's gonna lead our nation to change for a brighter future. So, register and vote wisely.